Hello football fans and welcome back to Footy Today, where we bring you the latest football news from around the world. Today our video will be a bit different and we will be discussing the crisis at Manchester United. We'll be digging a little deeper to why Dan Ashworth, the football director, was sacked just after 5 months at the club. So the news broke out on Sunday morning that Manchester United sporting director was sacked after the loss to Nottingham Forest. Now a few days have passed, there are more and more stories breaking out telling you why this happened. So according to reports, Dan Ashworth's comments about former Manchester United head coach Erik ten Hag got the owner, Sir Jim Ratcliffe, really angry. The report claims, in early September, the sporting director who left the club on Sunday morning after less than 5 months in the role gave an interview to many media outlets. Within the interview, Ashworth pointed out that keeping Ten Hag after last season was not his call and was someone else's, so he was shifting the blame. Insiders have disclosed that those comments went down like a lead balloon with co-owner Sir Jim Ratcliffe. He then appeared to set the record straight a month later in his own interview, saying that he had nothing to do with keeping Erik ten Hag and wanted him out. After a short amount of time, Ratcliffe now believes that he made a mistake in hiring Dan Ashworth and thought to rather terminate his contract now, sooner rather than later. Media outlet ESPN reported that aside from Matthijs de Ligt and Mazraoui, all other transfers were headed up by Dan Ashworth and his external team. Now Ten Hag wanted de Ligt and Mazraoui, however, other senior figures at Manchester United believe they are well stocked in the defensive department. However, Dan Ashworth sanctioned the moves in order to show faith with Erik ten Hag as he built up a relationship and a friendship with the ex-Man United manager. Sources added that the acquisition of Joshua Zirkzee, a £36 million signing from Bologna, was also driven by Dan Ashworth. And so far, Joshua Zirkzee looks like a poor signing as he's only scored 3 goals in 21 appearances. Other senior figures at Manchester United feel that the signings of Manuel Ugarte, who they spent chasing the entire summer to end up buying on deadline day and paying over the odds for him, is not a good acquisition. And lastly, Lenny Yoro, who's only 18 years old, worth £50 million, wasn't the right signing for Manchester United at this time, as they could have used the money elsewhere and brought in more experience. Next, Manchester United legend and former captain Gary Neville has had his say on the sacking. Speaking on NBC Sports, Neville commented, "We all know when Ineos came in, there would be huge changes. There has been a massive redundancies in the club, a complete overhaul and executive of the club, CEO, CFO, sporting director, technical director, the manager just recently as well. You would have expected large changes, but not for this position. Dan Ashworth was headhunted for many months. He was chased for about 10 months. He then went on gardening leave for 4 or 5 months. Manchester United paid millions of pounds for him. I worked with Dan Ashworth at the FA. He's a good guy. I'm really shocked this morning what's happened. Someone needs to explain, as the statement that Manchester United released has been really poor. Manchester United haven't had a voice for 10 years. They've lost their authority, their boldness. I think they've been getting it wrong all the time. There's a fracture. Something isn't right here. You can't bring someone in of the level of Dan Ashworth, then lose him after 5 months. I don't know what's going on." So we've got a different report now from the Football Insider. They claim staff are furious at Manchester United's co-owner Sir Jim Ratcliffe and the handling of affairs within the club. Former Everton CEO Keith Winnas insisting that he has said Ratcliffe has started off very shaky. There were protests last week outside the ground for raising ticket prices. He's lost all morale within the club. Even the team on the pitch is playing poor again. A lot of United staff I've spoken to think the whole operation run by Sir Jim Ratcliffe is not very good at the moment. It's not a happy ship. They've now got a new manager in Ruben Amorim and he's a good face for the club. He's speaking really nicely, however the performances on the pitch and now off the pitch are not adding up. Something is really wrong. With Dan Ashworth also leaving, I just don't know what's happened to the great club of Manchester United. However, not all is doom and gloom at Manchester United, as they are already lining up a replacement for Dan Ashworth and this could be announced very soon. They are currently looking at Atletico Madrid sporting director Andrea Berta as one of the leading candidates to replace the outgoing Dan Ashworth. It's likely that Ashworth's replacement can come from abroad really, as they want the best in class. Italian journalist Di Marzio has insisted that Manchester United are evaluating Berta and he'll be joining them very shortly. We'll just have to watch this space. And there we have it. That's our deep dive into Manchester United. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button as it'll help our channel out greatly. Thanks for watching and we'll catch you next time.